It is our opinion that the mission and the purpose for which each of you took incarnation was simply to live, to offer your vibrations to the planetary consciousness. It may seem that this offering of self to lighten the planetary web of consciousness is a small thing, perhaps a useless thing, for seekers generally do not feel that they are operating at a high vibration. Yet, with all the confusion and all the distortion surrounding reactions to the confusion notwithstanding, living moment by moment with the heart open to love is enough purpose and mission to cram a lifetime so full that it radiates life. Offering the self becomes a powerful thing when we realize just how powerful we are in a certain kind of way, in our essential being. If we see ourselves as ET wanderers, we have a special role to fulfill. Those of QO say, those who are joined with us on this particular day all have native homes in densities that are sweeter and more open and closer to the original vibration of unconditional love. Beneath the masks and roles that appropriate for each to play in your dance on the sea of confusion, you are who you are, and it is that essence that is your gift and your main service. As you breathe in and as you breathe out, you breathe the world. You breathe illusion, and you are love. As you have breath, so shall you be mortal. And this mortality clothes one in a flesh that creates a lack of memory, a lack of contact with those things that pertain to your infinite self. This does not disturb your essence. You can lessen the ease with which your native vibrations can ripple out. You can be blessed, expressive of essence. You can be more true to that underlying and encircling essence, but you shall, without fail, perform your service and complete your mission, because your basic mission is to live a life amongst those people with whom you find yourselves, having a heart that is consciously as open as is possible on a stable basis. I hope it strengthens us to know that we cannot fail this mission. It is not a ministry of words any more than it is of outer doings. Those of QO say, wanderers may best bear witness by being most fully themselves. For it is the basic vibratory complex carried in the violet ray by each wanderer that is witnessed by its very essence. Therefore, the wanderer's job in everyday affairs is to keep the channel of selfhood and essence clean, clear, and pellucid. This is in many ways a passive spiritual vocation. It is easier to make the mistake of attempting to speak this witness and not being understood or of service than to refrain from such activity and therefore fail to bear witness. The planetary consciousness is drinking in your essence. It is lightening the planetary vibration and is acting as an ameliorator of birth pangs within the planet itself and within the great congregation of entities which now approach your harvesting time. Inconvenient and difficult times beckon. Within these confusing times, the silent witness of being shall more and more be needed as the planet reaches for a new point of balance. We encourage each so to arrange the daily habits that the center of being is given respect and pride of place within the daily life. As always, we suggest a daily meditation, a turning in and out of season towards that infinity, which is the inarticulated love of the one infinite creator. The challenge for each wanderer is to be able to dwell in this particular illusion, to enter fully into the processes of becoming a transformation, yet remain at the center of being, consciously turning again and again to love itself. Turning to love is turning to the heart of self, for the self. At its foundation is the creature of love. The greatest single practice for bringing seekers into more and more direct awareness of their role here within the planetary rise and vibration is simply to be the deepest and most profound and true self of which one is capable. In this being, there is a releasing of the doings. For, metaphysically speaking, it is not these, but rather being and essence, which are the gifts that we have to give to each other. When a seeker becomes aware that it is a creature of will, discipline, and faith, then that person can simply allow those in-streaming vibrations of love and of light to move through the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual channels of the body, and out into the world that so desperately needs those vibrations of undistorted love and light. The deep layers of being include purified emotion, worship, adoration, faithfulness, and an unshakable and unquenchable love for the one infinite creator. None of this need be spoken, none of this need be made obvious by work or deed for the work of beingness to be done. This offering that is directly to the infinite greatly aids the planetary consciousness, for it has no object except simply to be, and by that being, to channel love and light. Allowing the love and light always offer us from the Creator a smooth and unblocked path through our energetic bodies can be done only when we are in touch with the deep self of the heart. We need to be able to be aware that those deeper levels of being are untouched by the surface of things, so long as we keep our energies clear. This is your greatest witness. It is your greatest help to your beloved people and to your planet as a whole. For the planet itself responds to self-acceptance, self-forgiveness, and unconditional love. These are metaphysical vibrations as strong in mending the earth as the pressure of tectonic plates is strong in needing the adjustment of the earth in catastrophic times. This witness of being can be offered no matter what we are doing. We can all truly offer this service to planet Earth, for we can be regardless of what we are doing. All persons at all levels of existence, however that is sorted out, can offer the ministry of being. Those of QO say, "What thing is it that you shall do?" Many are those who feel that they are of no spiritual worth because all that they do is work, love their children, and die. And yet we say to you that you may well have prepared this as your mission, as your lesson, as your offering of love. There are those who have come with larger missions, larger in the sense that more entities will hear of the fruits of their particular labors. This in no way distinguishes one love from another, one fruit from another, insofar as each fruit or manifestation takes part in love, just so each fruit is equal. For unbounded love and limitless light are all that there is. And whether you extend love and light upon your little ones or upon some more dramatic object, you have loved, and love is all that there is. Sensitive wanderers have often written through the years to express their feeling that they are here to hold the light. I sometimes wish I could find a way to serve more or better, but the world has never wanted what I had to give, except in small ways, on a small scale. I have felt that I have come here to do something, but as yet I do not know what it is. Perhaps it is only that we try to hold the light as well as we are able, and that there is more to it than that. Yet something in me says there must be more to it. If there is, it must show itself soon, I feel. We cannot really assess our impact or even see ourselves very well. We must rely on the mirrors all around us. In time, we will know the truth of it. In the meantime, there is only the present moment in which to live and act. We know the reasons for being here include anchoring the love light into third dimension now. If today brings even one choice your way, choose to be a bringer of the light. All I can think of is that maybe I'm here just to hold the light. While I feel these wanderers are deeply inspired to serve, I suggest the better model of our relationship to the light is of ourselves as light transducers, transmitting energy into other systems, rather than as light holders or light bringers, for we do not bring the light, nor is it appropriate to attempt to hold the light. I believe that infinite light is flowing to all of us all of the time in an infinite supply. Our mission is to welcome it consciously and allow it to flow through us and out into the earth planes, both inner and outer. We may see ourselves as those who bless the light as it comes through us, and those who help the light by clearing our energetic bodies so that its full power may be flowing through, insofar as we are able. So many days, then as now, I cannot fulfill all of those goals that I have. I address them by priority. The first priority is to be energetically clear. I ask of myself a cheerfulness of spirit that reflects a remembrance of this dance of life and its supreme beauty beyond the illusion of its forms. That is sometimes more than enough challenge for the day, but I believe in it. The more this kind of tuning work we can do, the more we can keep our energy systems clear to help run light into the planetary vibration. But even when we are most befuddled and beleaguered, we are still serving in equal measure. Those of QO say, "May each wanderer find comfort in the knowing that it cannot but help contributing positively to the planetary vibration, even with what seems to be gross mismanagement of time and energy, yet still in that very basic alienated mindset there dwells that vibration which is fuller with light. This very alienation is simply a surface symptom of a deep and spiritual gift. Comfort yourself when the heart is heavy and the feelings bruised with the knowledge that you are being of service. You are doing that which you came to do. You may find ways to do it better, but you are not failing, no matter what it seems like. This is important to keep in mind, that we cannot fail at this mission of being. John says, "I'd love to step aside from my body at times so I can be a conduit for a higher energy or purpose, as I don't seem to be making very good use of it myself." On the other hand, I suspect that in order to do that, I need to clean up my act considerably and use whatever willpower I have to cast off my worldly ambitions, whatever they are. Cleaning up our act is a desirable ambition indeed, but if things are not all orderly today, we can still serve by hoping to serve and following that hope, however imperfectly. In offering this ministry of being, we do not need to know how this light we are offering through ourselves will be used. In 1982, Don asked those of Ra, "Questioner, this entire scenario for the next 20 years seems to be aimed at producing an increase in seeking and an increase in the awareness of the natural creation, but also a terrific amount of confusion. Was it the pre-incarnative objective of many of the wanderers to attempt to reduce this confusion?" I am Ra. It was the aim of wanderers to serve the entities of this planet in whatever way was requested, and it was also the aim of wanderers that their vibratory patterns might lighten the planetary vibrations as a whole, thus ameliorating the effects of planetary disharmony and palliating any results of this disharmony. Specific intentions such as aiding in a situation not yet manifest are not the aim of wanderers. Light and love go where they are sought and needed, and their direction is not planned aforetimes. Personally, I believe that we have at this time achieved a kind of critical mass with our efforts as more and more Earth awakes, becomes aware of their spiritual nature and potential, the beginning consciousness to increase their witness to the light coming through. In 1988, those of Kyoto reported, "There lies within the peoples of the sphere a growing and nearly critical mass of those who, in one guise or another, seek peace and light and joy. And as each seeker seeks and fails and picks itself up and seeks again and takes one step back and two steps forward, as we all do in our stumbling way, as each persists, so the light grows. The web of light about the planet becomes stronger, and planetary consciousness is being transformed. There is a concept among your peoples called critical mass, and it is towards this point that the planetary consciousness is moving. A significant harvest of souls shall be moving on to a different reality, a different illusion, more refined lessons, and a gentler, emotional, mental, and physical experience, which, upon the other hand, is far, far greater in what you would call the length of time.